What's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a great day. All right, so now I'm doing final connections for this HVAC system. Um, this one, I already installed the other one. This one, I'm doing the line set. And there's two lines you have to connect, and they have caps on them telling you to, so you can't mess up. There's a blue cap and a gray cap. You put the blue to blue, the gray to gray. And only thing you got to do is make sure you don't over tighten. I didn't have that issue because I paid attention to the instructions on it. One of the things they don't tell you that happens though is while you're tightening that blue side, you will hear a little release of like air when you break the seal, because these are seal lines. That way you don't need a HVAC company to come out and vacuum your line. So they do it in the factory and send it to you with sealed lines. It's a great invention. I think it's going to change the HVAC system forever. The only thing people are going to be using HVAC guys for in the next 10, 15 years is going to be maintenance and taking care of stuff like that. But a lot of it, you're going to be able to do it yourself. And once they figure out how to make these ceiling units smaller, or a better way to install them for an individual, it's going to skyrocket. And I already have an idea. I know one thing they could do to make it a lot easier. Even if it was heavier, it'd be easier. But no one's asked me. So we put a line set in. The drain I haven't put in. It's on the other side, but I will do that. Probably do that tomorrow, because I was just trying to get everything set up so that the electrician can come in and do his stuff. So he's supposed to be here Monday, and we should be good to go by then. Right there was the final electrical connections, and I cut another hole because I have to put in the exhaust fan for the bathroom. Excuse me. Here's what that big hole looks like outside. And here's what I'm going to put in there. This will be the cover that goes over that. So you really won't see the hole. When the fan comes on, though, it'll open up and blow, and then it will close automatically by itself when it's not on. I really don't like that. I wanted the grill ones, but I ordered it online, and when it got here, it is what it is. I'll be all right with it. To me, that one would probably work better with a dryer vent, but it's okay. And that's the actual fan. Just installed the fan, and now we're installing the line to go to it. These are flexible hose, very easy to use. You can stretch them out a little bit to fit over your connections. Then usually you put what's it called, the zip lines on it to hold it. But I put that on there, and then I also have HVAC tape, the little aluminum. Put that in. See, I put the tub down. So now we're at the final phase. I'm putting in the wall. Now this wall over here, I like to build on the floor and fold it up, but there's not enough space between that wall and the one behind me. And so I couldn't. So I had to use a little trick. What I did was I nailed up to the left 2 poles, 2 studs. That bottom plate is not nailed into anything at this moment. And the top plate is really not nailed in either. Man, y'all have to excuse the coughing, man. That dust be getting in my lungs, and it comes out when it wants to. So what I'm doing is I am making sure that the stud is plumb, and I'm lining up the top plate with the bottom plate based on that. This is a technique you can use, but I would say unless you're pretty skilled at carpentry, it's probably not a good way to do it. Your wall will be off. This video will not show how much time I took to make sure and kept checking from top to bottom. But I lined everything up. And another thing that helped me is that tub. That tub is 60 inches, and I know that my studs have to touch it. And so I'm making sure my studs touch it, and I'm leveling and plumbing this all the way across based on each stud, putting one nail in. And so if you put a nail in all the way on the right side, as you move left, you can still adjust the top plate, move it left to right, whichever one you need. Usually it's only a small amount, 1/4 of an inch or less, that you'll have to move it. But for the most part, I didn't have to move it that much. because I had some lines on the floor, so I kind of knew where I was supposed to be. And you see I'm adjusting and checking and putting in another one. Now there's a stud that's over there close to that toilet drain, so I'm not gonna really finish this wall. I just have it up partially enough so that when the electrician comes in, if he needs to use any of it, he'll be fine, because he has to put an outlet on this wall somewhere, or on the other wall that I'll build, that I'm not gonna build until I get the drain line done for the bathroom and the floor, and the one that's for the HVAC. But see, I'm checking again. You got to check all the way over until you get to the end of this to make sure that everything lines up. And it did. We're pretty good. I'm happy about it. But one of my studs right here in this space, I'm not going to put up. I'm going to wait, because I think I'm going to move one, because I don't like where my shower head and nozzles are, and then handles, are hitting. See that one stud over to the right? It's almost right on top of the drain. And when I put in the handles, it won't work out. So this is the end, basically. I'm trying to make sure that everything is straight, plumb, level, in line. This one board was a little bit twisted, so I'm working with it to try to straighten it out. When you have studs, you want them as straight as possible, so that when guys are screwing the drywall, they're not doing a snake pattern trying to find the stud. Now this end one stud, you'll see here in a minute, I'm going to end up taking that out, because I didn't like the way it was coming together on there. And also, when I put the next wall on the front, I can nail it to that wall and it'll be straight, and I can pick that wall up. So now you see, that's where the bathroom is I've been talking about. I've been seeing visually. I don't know if some of you could see it. And that's me looking inside of the bathroom, looking out. There it is. It's almost done. So we're getting there. A little bit longer. We'll be straight. Next week,